It's been a weird generation for the PlayStation 5. I've said on numerous occasions that I've really enjoyed this generation, man. I think it's freaking great. There's always things that's making me think, like, flipping hell, what is going on in today's world? You can't escape what's going on with the world, with everything going up in price. Obviously, it's still an escapism from the real world, but when I'm playing these games, I'm like, flipping hell, they're costing a hell of a lot. And what is the future of PlayStation and Sony looking like? Because there's some good and some not so good news, because would you believe it, there's some more price increases. So if you do like these daily videos, make sure you hit the like button and let's go. So there was an internal meeting at Sony with Herman Hulst, and would you believe it, they are going to shift back to single player exclusive games. Like, who would have thought that what got you to where you was would also keep you where you're going? Does that make sense? I've loved PlayStation for absolute years because of their amazing single player games. As we know, this live service trend, although I feel like it is coming to an end soon, they're just wasting so much money. I know they want that Fortnite money. I know they do, but how many millions do you need to lose before you maybe get there? Because at the minute, it just feels like you're just hoping that if you throw millions of pounds out of these live service games, that one's going to hit, forgetting that you need to be creative with what you're doing. And I can understand why they are going for this, because there is a beta out for some people on the PlayStation 5 where it actually reveals the most played games, a bit like Steam. This is going to be a widget. It's only available at the minute to select beta testers right now. But what we see here is that at the time of this video, from Mystique, one of the best PlayStation YouTubers, I love this guy. As you can see here, number one is Fortnite. 14.6 million, and I do believe this is over the week, is it? Yeah, this is the total numbers for the week. So at the top you've got Fortnite, GTA 5, which tells you, my gosh, they are going to make billions with GTA 6, Minecraft, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Marvel Rivals, Battlefield 6, and Ark Raiders in the top 8. So it does show you these live service games are very, very popular, and we all know that. But the thing is, it's so hard to get into the live service trend or the live service space, because listen, even Ark Raiders is struggling at the minute. They're looking to shift back to PS5 single player exclusive games. So obviously Herman Hulst confirmed to staff in an internal meeting today that first party single player titles made by the company will now remain exclusive to PS5 and won't be ported to PC, Bloomberg journalist Jason Schreier reports. Now, obviously with this, I've been saying this for years, where I was like a bit weirded out when I remember when, like, I can't remember what game was coming out a year later on PC. I was like, wow, I think exclusives are important. I know a lot of people at the time were saying, well, you know, more players get to play the game. I get that. But then it always comes back to, what is the reason to own a console? What is the reason to own a PlayStation 5? And the thing is, when we're going into the next generation, these consoles are going to cost so damn much that they need to give us another reason to, you know, buy our console, because you're going to get these amazing single player games. I was always in that weird mindset where I was like, well, if your game is on other platforms, isn't that just going to drive down sales for your console? Like, what is the reason? Because there's loads of people playing PC. Steam, you get a lot of freaking deals. Me, I just play on my PlayStation 5, as you guys know. And that's what keeps me on my PlayStation 5, because we get amazing single player games. We just get amazing games altogether. And obviously with Xbox, they might change their strategy. We don't actually know, but the fact that we're getting like Forza 6 later on in the year, my gosh, I'm so buzzing to play that. Don't get me wrong, I'm a bit jealous of everyone playing that game, Xbox, PC, but you know what, I'm good, to be honest. I'm actually good, because there's so many other games that I'm playing. You should have been focusing on this, and I know you just think if we bring our games on other platforms, that means players over at PC are going to buy our games. But then I don't think they realize that there's a lot of people that I know. There's a lot of people I know that have a PC and a PlayStation 5. So we've seen it with the numbers with some of these games that they've ported over. Like, I think that The Last of Us, God of War, I think some of them have been absolutely terrible in terms of player numbers. So Herman Hulst told in a town hall Monday morning that the company's narrative single player games will now be PlayStation exclusive. Obviously, I think with live service games, it is totally different, because you need, like, multiplayer games are so different. And it says here, they will still receive multi-platform releases because you need to rely on a player count. But anything single player now stays on PS5. There's been plans to port Coast of Yotei over, but that was cancelled, and I think that's only a good thing. And listen, you look at Microsoft, they've just been going down and down, and I just thought, how weird that you're bringing Halo to PlayStation, Don't get me wrong, it's good for us that we get it, but to be honest, competition is really important. And I think if Xbox can go back to what they were doing, I think, well, more and more people will start actually owning games again, because they've just pushed their fan base to just rent, to just, well, subscribe. And this is why I hate subscriptions, because you look at the backlash with Microsoft because of the increased Game Pass. Then the new CEO, she's come in and lowered it, but it's still higher than the original price that it went out by. People think, oh, it's a great deal. The problem is they will always want to make more money. And if something's a good deal and they're thinking, you know, millions and millions of people are subscribing to Game Pass, let's put the price up, because they're still going to want to do it because they don't own any of their games. It's ridiculous. This is the point where I hate subscriptions, because as soon as the demand's met, then they're like, all right, let's maximize profits. And it's so annoying. Would you believe that that's what they're going to be doing? But what else is freaking annoying with PlayStation is that PS Plus is going up in price. And I'm just thinking, why? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, the amount of price increases we have got this year from all of the big three, from Nintendo, from Xbox, from PlayStation, and now they're increasing things by more. Like, I really do think because of the failures of Concord and even Marathon, that has not done well at all. Whether you like that game or not, it has nowhere near exceeded what they wanted to. It cost him, what, 250 million? And I feel like they're just like, you know what, put the prices up. We need to try and recoup some of this money we've lost. And it's all down to us. Would they be doing this if they lost that much money? Because how many millions of people have got the PlayStation 5? It's been a very successful generation for Sony. As you can see here, PS Plus Essentials latest price hike. So they're only increasing the 1 month and the 3-month subscription. So it's not making any changes on the annual option, which is what I use. But as you can see here, 1 month, £6.99 or $9.99, going up to $7.99. Or $10.99. Like, come on. Like, 3-month subscriptions, like £19.99, $24.99. That's what it was. Now it's going up to $21.99 and $27.99. Now, to be honest, the people that probably buy the 1 month and 3 month is, listen, people can't afford to pay a yearly subscription of, like, I think the premium's like £120. It's a hell of a lot of money, or £100. I don't know how much it is yearly on that. But probably a lot of people that think, you know what, I want to play online with my friends. I don't have a lot of money, so I'll get the 3 month if I can. And now those are the ones that are going up in price, not even the annual ones. But I suspect there are a number of people there who will subscribe on and off depending on which games they want to play. GTA 6 is due out in November, and it's likely to result in an increase of subscription if there's a new GTA Online mode to go along with that. Obviously, I think with GTA, they're going to bring that out later, but yeah, more prices are going up. Blaming market conditions is insane. It should be free to play online games. And I agree. And this is the thing. They make so much money from games. And not only that, especially with online games, you buy the game, or whether if it's a free to play, but most of the games like, you know, Call of Duty, Battlefield, you buy the game, then there's battle passes, microtransactions, cosmetics. So they make so much money, not just off you buying the game, but literally playing the game to get the latest skins. And that's another thing where I'm just like, wow, that is insane. And then you want to then charge people to play online. Like, you're still making so much money. It's like they just want to monetize everything about someone playing online, which is ridiculous. So I think in one way, it's the future of PlayStation's is bright in terms of the single player games, you know, focusing on that, not bringing them to other platforms unless they're a multiplayer game. But then also going into the PS6, expect some expensive ass prices. That's what we can freaking expect. Just to end this video as well, Ghost of Yotei, obviously I really enjoyed the game, a lot better than I thought. For me, it wasn't a memorable story. The character wasn't nowhere near the same as Jin Sakai. But obviously, I never even got to play the online free co-op mode. I think a lot of people are blowing this out of the water because this is a free co-op mode. They're going to stop supporting this online mode 2 months after it's come out, but it will still be there for people to play. So everything's on there. If you buy the game later on, you can still enjoy this online mode. So a lot of people are disappointed by this, but to be honest, I've been saying for such a long time with something like single player games. Remember the day when we used to get multiplayer games alongside single player games, or like an online multiplayer mode with factions and Uncharted, and they didn't need to support every last bit. Like, I don't think every online mode needs a damn roadmap. So I know people are kind of like saying, oh, they're not going to support and they're disappointed. It finishes the story of the Yotei 6, and that's what people want. So one goes, this is really disappointing. We waited so long for a new Legends, and after a short time becomes repetitive. Really poor move. I just look at it where the main game is the single player game. And someone goes, I'm not buying the game, then how the heck do you end support after only 2 months? That's just an online co-op mode. Like, I think enjoy the game, enjoy the story mode, and you can jump on with your friends. And yes, this game's not designed to be played for the rest of your life. Like, maybe that's just me, but that's what the idea of gaming is. You move on to another game. I don't see why you would need to support this for another year. Like, I don't understand. But obviously that's with Ghost of Yotei. I don't know what you guys think about that. I'm in a different boat when it comes to this, because I'm just like, it's a free mode for a single player game. It was never going to be this like roadmap to a live service game. And there's a lot of good things in this. There are so many cosmetics I've heard. I just haven't had time to play this. And you know what? Maybe in the future I will, but that's just me. But what do you think about the future of PlayStation? What do you think about the price hikes? What do you think about them getting back to pure exclusives again? Do you think this is a good thing? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know.